To remain updated with the latest business news, click on the bell icon.
Well, at Tech Today, we have a strict innovation-first policy, and that's why we have India's fastest charging smartphone, or at least that's what Xiaomi is claiming, the Xiaomi 11i Hypercharge Edition. Can this really go from 0 to 100% of charge in less than 15 minutes? How is that even possible? How does the technology work? We'll get to that, but first, we'll need to unbox it. Now that's what you call an express unboxing. Of course, there's the usual stuff in this box with the SIM ejection tool and the manuals and stuff like that. But these are the two big boys that really matter for this review. So we'll get these out of the way and then get to the fast charging bit, a live demonstration for you on Tech Today. Now this 120 watt charger feels like a real charging brick, so to speak, a dumbbell, almost as heavy as the phone. And that's saying something, and I'm not cribbing about that because at least this company, Xiaomi, is giving us, well, a charging brick. You know, there are other companies that aren't doing that nowadays. But anyways, moving on, this phone feels quite premium at this price point. I love the color, I love this sort of shine that it gives with this pearl blue color. That said, it can be quite a fingerprint magnet. While we've been opening it up and reviewing it, well, it's already got a few fingerprints out there. The display is vibrant. It's this brilliant punch hole design, almost bezel-less. Must be almost a 90% screen to body ratio. That gives you a lot of screen, and that means this might be ideal for content consumption and for gaming. Now, in terms of under the hood, it has a MediaTek Dimensity 920, which is all right for this segment, but does it really make a difference when you're playing a game? Let's try it out. I mean, I'm going to set up Battlegrounds, which is something that a lot of y'all have been playing. And honestly, there seems to be no issue. It's smooth, you can really play at a high refresh rate and pull out the maximum from the phone. I'm quite impressed. This is something we will be doing in the review in a more elaborate way, but it seems about right. But if I place it on the table, it seems quite all right in terms of balancing itself out on the table. The punch hole camera on the front obviously looks quite good because it doesn't take away from the screen too much. And at the back, it has this mega camera setup. Just to tell you a little bit more about the camera setup, it has a 108 megapixel AI triple camera, ultra wide and macro lenses. And what I really like about this phone is the fact that it's given you an IR blaster and, wait for it, a 3.5mm headphone jack. So I really think that strangely, I don't know if they've marketed this as a gaming phone, but this could serve as quite a nifty gaming device as well. Alright, just on using the phone, you notice there's around 7 or 8 Xiaomi apps, and in terms of bloatware and ads, that's always a concern with MIUI. This comes, I think, with MIUI 12.5, which is based on Android 11. Obviously, there'll be updates later, but I'll be very honest with you, I haven't spent that much time with a Xiaomi device. And in terms of what MIUI used to be earlier, and then everyone spoke about bloatware and stuff like that, if I can get rid of these, well, apps that I don't need, which you can, the unnecessary bloatware, this is quite a snappy phone to use. Okay, so good display, fantastic for gaming, good for content consumption, packs a punch. But what is the real elephant in the room? It's this 120 watt charger, which is quite heavy, which powers a 4500 mAh battery. That's how the company claims this is India's fastest charging smartphone using Hypercharge. What is Hypercharge? Essentially, they've used a dual cell and a dual charge pump sort of technology with graphene. This is perhaps the first time someone's using graphene in a charging battery mechanism, and that increases the conductivity. It's a whole complicated scientific process, and I thought, why do it in theory? Let's show you in practice how 0 to 115 minutes is possible on this budget smartphone, while I maybe whip up a coffee, catch up on some articles, and do a quick workout as well. 15 minutes is a lot of time for a tech reviewer. Quite a strong cup of coffee that I managed to make in the 15 minutes that this phone was charging from 0 to 100 using Hypercharge. That's not a gimmick for now. Based on our initial impressions and this particular review, This phone does manage to do that in under 15 minutes. I don't know how this will work over the weeks and months to come. We will test this again and get back to you on Tech Today about how that battery is holding up and what this means for the battery life and longevity. But our verdict in terms of our initial impressions is that this phone does pack quite a punch. The 6 gig version costs, I think, 27,000 rupees, and the 8 gig version, which I have with me, which is a lot more RAM for you if you're playing games and stuff like that and multitasking, that costs 29,000 rupees. There's a bunch of offers and cashbacks and exchanges and stuff like that, which get this top end variant down to around 25,000 rupees. Now, at that price point, this device, with all its features, Hypercharge included, definitely packs a punch and has impressed us on Tech Today.
If you like the video, do like, comment, share and subscribe.